everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Ade, here again. If you see me for the first time, my name is Ade and I film about faith, motherhood, and lifestyle. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. This means a whole lot to me. I always say you guys have a special place in my heart. I really mean it when I say that, okay? Thank you so much. You give me so much motivation to keep moving, okay? Thank you so much. So, in today's video, we are going to be discussing something very sensitive that I have experienced myself as a woman, and I've seen this in a couple of places, and it is just not right, and it has to stop. Okay, if this is something you're interested in, please definitely keep on watching. Right, you guys are welcome back. So, as you can see from the title, we are going to be discussing things you should never say to a woman. Now, a couple of months ago, when I newly started with YouTube, I made a video about things you should never say to a new mom. And that video, I'm going to link it in the description box just in case you've not seen it, so that you could go watch it. But this video is not particularly for a new mom. It's particularly related to every woman out there, whether you are married, whether you're single, whether you are TTC, whether you're expecting, whichever category you fall into. This applies to every woman out there, okay? And it is just so heartbreaking and just so unfortunate that it is your fellow woman that will that are saying these things to you. And I just can't, and I can't understand why. I can't understand why, honestly speaking. Anyway, there are a couple of things that you should never say to a woman. However, the number one thing, the the topmost thing in my own on my own list that I feel like you should never ever open your mouth and say to a woman is go and have children, or why are you not pregnant, or when are the twins coming, things like that. See, a couple of days ago, I saw a post on IG. See, I'm always seeing things on IG, like I always tell you guys. Anyway, I saw a post and the person said, oh, mentioned the person's name and said, oh, XYZ, I love you, but go and have children. You are bored. And I just thought to myself, like, what if this woman is actually trying? You don't know. What if she can't have children? What if she doesn't even want children? I feel like this society that we live in, this world that we live in, it conditions women to a lot of, a lot of things. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just very, thinking about it is very, it's very somehow. See, let me tell you something. If you're a woman and say you got married and you got pregnant the same year or even the same month or a month or two after you got married, you went through a smooth pregnancy journey and you delivered that baby and you carrying that baby, you are you don't know what you have, honestly speaking. A lot of women, a lot of couples, they go through hell. They go through a lot of things just to have children. They go through a lot of they climb a lot of hurdles just to have children. It is not because God does not love them. It is not because God has forgotten them. It is not because God has decided not to remember them. It is just because he wants to glorify himself. He's God and nobody can question him. And you should not question those people. You should not question your friends that are in that category. I remember a couple of months or years, no, a couple of years ago actually, when TY Below was sharing a story of her TTC journey and everything, how she was expecting, how she sang this song Ekundayo and visited that woman, and I think the woman gave her something called oja in Yoruba, and that is basically what you use to hold your child, when you back your child. I think she said the woman gave it to her, and years after, she kept trusting, and then eventually she got pregnant and had her twins. Now, she said during those period or during that time of her life, people will come to her like, get pregnant now, and you will wonder as if it is one button that you press. People are funny. People are very funny. Like, you would think it is just one button you press, and then the belly will enter. My sister, it doesn't work like that. You know yourself. See, yes, it takes a man and a woman to come together to copulate. But if God does not bless that, what's it called? If God does not say yes to that, how will I put it? You get what I mean? There's nothing he can, basically do about it. A lot of women go through IVF. A lot of women go through hurdles, pain, just to get pregnant, just to be called a mom, just to be called a mother. And somebody out there would be like, oh, why are you not pregnant? I personally know people here on YouTube, friends that are TTC, and I would dare not open my mouth and say, when is all those stupid questions that people ask, and all those unsolicited advice and comments that they pass around. I feel like if you have a friend that is TTC, you shouldn't like ask them, what is not happening. Let them come to you. Okay, let them be the one to come to you to say, oh, Ade, this, I'm just tired. Just encourage them. Okay, just encourage them. Don't say, have you thought of surrogacy? Have you thought of this? Or what if they don't want to think of all those things? What if they want to carry, just like you carried your own children? What if they want to carry their own children as well? What if they also, want to experience that joy of motherhood and everything? Don't give unsolicited advice and stupid comment that doesn't make any sense at all. Honestly, don't do it. This is one of the things I feel like you should never, ever, ever, ever say to a woman, go and get pregnant. It is not that easy, my sister and my brother. And men that give that pass this kind of comment as well, it's not fair. Honestly speaking, it is not fair. Don't think before you talk. I think it should be, and I believe that it is one of the principles of life. Think before you talk. Don't just open your mouth like that garbage and just everything just come and blah like that. No, think and process it. And when you leave, before you leave a comment on somebody's post or somebody's page or somebody's picture, think think about it, that if this same comment was left on my own picture or my own post, how would I feel? Try to think, try to process all of those things before you just pass your comment. Is really not fair. A few days ago as well, I was reading the testimony of one woman. She said she's been trusting God for 9 years. She's gone through about 3 miscarriages, and eventually she was able to conceive, and eventually God helped her and she birthed that baby. Think about it. Can you wait? You that you are passing comments, can you bear it for 9 years? Can you for 9 years? And it's just not 9 years. It's not like it's not happening. It's happening, but is is what's it called? Is there are miscarriages involved? Not one, not two, but three. There are a lot of people that have gone through 7, 11. I'm telling you, 10. Women go through a lot of things. Oh, women go through a whole lot of things. Women go through a lot of things. I'm telling you, women go through a lot of things. That stage of getting pregnant, having your babies, raising children is one phase. That motherhood journey itself that never ends, that never comes to an end, is another phase, honestly speaking. So please, I beg you in the name of God, if you have a friend that is TTC, if you have a friend that is you know if you know anyone that is waiting at all, don't think before you talk. Okay, don't even talk. You don't need to talk. You don't need to pass comments. If they don't come to you to seek for advice or to come to you as a shoulder to cry on, then you don't need to make any comments. Okay, just remember them in your prayers. And it's not for you to now tell them, so and so, you are in my prayers, so and so, I'm praying for you, I'm thinking about you, until they did not ask you. Okay, if you want to genuinely pray for them, if you want to genuinely have them in your prayers, then do it in your secret place. Do it at the corner of your room. Don't come to them and tell you, don't worry, I'm praying for you, it will happen, I'm praying for you. No, it doesn't make any sense. Please don't do it. I beg you, please don't do it. Another common thing that I feel like a lot of people say to women is, why are you so fat? Or you are fat, or you have had a though. See, there are a lot of things that can make a woman add weight. If you don't know, it's not only food though. It's not only food. It is not of recent that I actually realized and read that PCOS, which is a condition in some women is that condition can lead them to adding weight. That condition can lead them to having terrible acne. I did not know. I did not know myself, you know. That is why when you see a woman or when you see a lady or young lady go through a lot of things that is not common in every, every young lady that you see, you don't open your mouth and talk rubbish because you don't know their secret pain. You don't know what they are going through deep down in their mind and in their heart and in their soul. You understand? It is not of recent that I actually knew that some people that suffer from PCOS, one of the side effects of, this thing is, if you don't know what PCOS is, basically irregular periods, and ovulation is difficult to track, and that is one of the causes, that's one of the reasons why some women find it hard to get pregnant as well, so again, there are a lot of reasons why, you know stops women from getting pregnant, a lot of reasons, anyway, as I was saying, so well, god, I just wish everyone had an amount of compassion in them. Honestly speaking, I just really wish so. I just remember a few months ago, actually, when my son was about 4 months, i I was at a friend's naming ceremony, and there's this man, a grown ass man. I actually met that man a few months back before I got pregnant, and I saw him again, and I was even the one to like notice him, and I called him and I greeted him, and he was like, "Oh, I remember you now. How are you doing that? Oh, you have a baby now. It was like, you are now fat, or you've now added though because of baby." In my head, I'm like, if you know it is because of baby, then why do you need to open your mouth and talk rubbish? Why do you need to open your mouth and say nonsense? Do you get, like, this person has added weight because she just put to bed, and then why must you make it obvious? Why must you open your mouth to say it? It doesn't make sense. I know that comment might not have been, harmful or intended to hurt the other person in any way, but before you talk, evaluate what you're saying. Do you get, like, evaluate what you're talking about? If you're telling somebody, you have added weight, but I know it's because of baby, then you did not need to mention it in the first place. You did not need to talk about it in the first place. Like, necessary. Like, it doesn't warrant you passing such comments, and there are a lot of reasons why women are, they've suddenly added weight. One of them again is contraception. Just because they are, trying to prevent pregnancy, they go through a lot of contraceptive methods they use. I'm not very familiar with a lot, but I know a couple. I know IUD, the one you insert down there, and of course it has it has its own side effects. I remember somebody was sharing that, oh, when she had her IUD, she would suddenly start shaking, and she was very edgy. She had to go and remove it because it was just messing up her hormones. A lot of them would not have periods for a long time. Women are trying. Honestly, women are trying. So please, 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 these are me. I feel like these are the top two things that you should never say to a man. Don't ask a woman, why are you not pregnant, or why is it not entering, or when will it enter. Instead of that, if you are concerned about them, pray for them in your secret place, and don't come out to tell them, I'm praying for you. No, go make sense. Okay. Another one is, why are you fat? There are a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. A lot of women, when they are breastfeeding, they gain weight. Some, they don't gain weight. Some, it is after everything they start gaining weight, like me. When I was breastfeeding my son, I was losing weight. After I stopped, I started gaining weight. Makagini, what will I do? I did intermittent fasting. I did all I could, So there are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons. So please, 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 let us be nice with our comments. Please. Let us season, let the words of our mouths be seasoned with grace. Let us, whatever we say, let us say it in love. Whatever we do, let us do it in love. I pray God will help us. And I really do hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you know any more things that nobody should ever say to another woman, please let me know in the comment section. Let us learn and unlearn. That is what this channel is for. Okay. So if you've enjoyed, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, or give it a thumbs up if you've not already done that, please give it a thumbs up. If you've watched to this point and you're not subscribed, please definitely hit that subscribe button, okay? I'll see you in my next video. Continue to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay in God. I remain Ade, and I love you. Mwah. Bye.